This story of a woman called Chichi in my neighborhood in Aba will make your day. I grew up in Aba and I had a neighbor called Chichi. She has 2 children. Chichi is raw. Chichi is local. You know what I mean? Chichi didn't go to school. Chichi, when you say people are from the street, Chichi is from the gutter. Now you have a picture of the kind of person I'm trying to tell you. Ishi na anu Chichi oku, Chichi anaha anu. Chichi would the fight. That one was the battle. I will not call her the Ndaboski Bahuse. But Chichi went for. Chichi boka chinchin. I neze Chichi eze dike eba neze mbo. For those of us that know Chichi very well and what she's capable of doing, we avoided her like a leper. Every gathering without Chichi, it means that you people are talking about her. Therefore, your faces are marked for that day when Chichi will eat all of you raw, one after the other. But that's not the issue. The fear of a verbal or physical attack from Chichi makes people discuss in low tones. She must not hear or see that any discussion is taking place without her. Let me now share some of Chichi's escapades, which I witnessed with my eye. So this will help you understand the person of Chichi. One year in April, 1st of April, that was 1st of April, we were just waking up. I think that was around 7 a.m. in the morning or before 7 a.m. in the morning. We woke up to a knock at our door because we've not opened the door. So when we opened the door, behold, Chichi was standing at our door. And Chichi now said that she wants to see our daddy. My dad at the time was around 65 to 70, between 65 and 70 years old. So we now called my daddy that somebody from the landlord's compound, because she's living in the compound of the man that sold our property to us. So she delivered a message that my daddy's landlord wants to see him. That was around 7 a.m. in the morning. My dad was one of the most respected men in our neighborhood. My dad was very religious and responsible. And Chichi, even though she had 2 children at the time, was not more than 30 years old. So my dad was like, I hope all is well. Chichi said, no, there's no problem. The landlord just said I should call you. So my dad hurriedly dressed up, 7 a.m. in the morning. We just finished praying and we have not done anything. My dad dressed up because my dad respects his landlord and would always answer to him anytime he calls. My dad dressed up hurriedly because Chichi insisted that they will go together. My dad dressed up and moved with Chichi. It was meant to be a 5 to 10 minutes walk to the landlord's house, landlord's compound. If you live in Aba, you know all those native compounds. So Chichi waited for my daddy. and they were strolling down to the compound. They walked like 5 minutes, just very close to now enter the compound. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what Chichi said to my father? Get the age bracket. My dad at the time I told you was like between 65 and 70, and Chichi at most was 30 years old. Chichi, as they were walking and my dad was, moving to go and meet with the landlord, Chichi now halted my dad along the road and now said, Mpakechi, is April full, oh? No landlord is calling you. My dad was flabbergasted. I mean, if you know the Igbo setting, no younger person pulls such, in his or her right senses, pulls such joke or such trick on an elderly person. Chichi was a mental case. Honestly, the thing was funny to me, but I just want you to capture this strange personality of a woman called Chichi and the things that she can do. I'll tell you the second story. This second episode of Chichi's escapades, on that very day, I can't remember which day of the week it was, but it was 5 a.m. in the morning. Our sitting room is very close to the main road, that's to our street. So from the windows, you could hear all those people that used to come for morning cry. I mean, people that preach early in the morning, you can always hear them from inside the house. They normally come around and preach, and we will hear 5 a.m. in the morning. Everywhere is quiet, and you will be like, you're hearing what they are saying. So on this particular day, I was, between waking up and sleeping, when I heard one faint voice on the street. I heard faint voice on the street, singing and clapping. I heard singing and clapping. So I couldn't really get the tune of the song until I think the person was like moving back and forth. So I now paid attention and listened. And this was the music that I heard. Inabara chichimba, ibachara yambe gakuno ya ihe inabara chichimba o. Ibachara yambe gebunu yegbu anaga abara yamba o. Inabara chichimba, ibachara yamba inakuno ya ihe inabara chichimba o. Ibachara yambe gebunu yegbu anaga abara yamba o. Onye si na owe ya na street a, onye si na ishi ejula ya, onye si na ya wu Jupiter na this street, onye si na oya na ya, onye si na ya mere nke a mee ya nke ọzọ, onye ọbụla si na ọgba that is na ya eshiela ike na ya wụ dachi ya bịa ka mụ na ya mee ya ka m ji ya ihe njikara ya. Onye ọbụla si na o rejiela that is ọ na-anụ ya pụta. Ihe m ji na-ekwu ihe awụ ọ ka m nye unu niile warning. Onye ọbụla sefiri na ọmụ na ya na street a ya pụtawa na ede m ready, ejikerela m. Ndewonu. Ị na-abara chichimba o, ịbachara ya mbe ị ga-akụnụ ya ihe. Ị na-abara chichimba o, ịbachara ya mbe ị ga-egbunu ya egbe anaghị abara ya mba o. Ai Chineke mo. Ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m, to this day, each time I remember this incident, I cannot stop laughing. Chichi was out there with the two children. They were clapping and Chichi was clapping with them, and they converted this quarrel as if they were there to preach to people to repent. Chi was handing out warning. Chi was warning all of us on the street to be very, very careful of her. Please, what can you say about the story I just shared? Say it in the comment section. Thank you.